Would you please stand? It is my privilege to introduce the Secretary of the Class of 2024, Ms. Haley Hossetter, to lead us in the invocation.
Good afternoon, everyone. Let us pray. Lord, we thank you for this day where we celebrate a great accomplishment in our lives. We thank you for keeping us safe and giving us the strength to finish our classwork and pass our tests. We thank you for all the teachers, staff, and school administrators who have guided us through this journey. Most of all, thank you for our parents and families who have supported us through every single stage of our journey, through victories and disappointments. Please be with us today as we celebrate this great moment in our lives. Amen.
Please remain standing for the Pledge of Allegiance and the National Anthem. At this time, I would like to introduce the following members of our community's first responders and armed forces to lead us in both the Pledge of Allegiance and the National Anthem. Licking County Deputy Sheriff Caleb Brown, School Resource Officer, Lakewood Local School District. Sergeant Benjamin Cryer, United States Marine Corps, Lakewood Class of 2013. Lawrence Tittle, West Licking Joint Fire District, firefighter and paramedic, Lakewood Class of 2019. Lance Corporal Grant Cahall, United States Marine Corps, Lakewood Class 2019. Licking County Deputy Sheriff Sidney Van Balen, School Resource Officer, Lakewood Local Schools. Please join us for the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, liberty and justice for all. Please remain standing for the national anthem. Please be seated. Good afternoon. My name is Kevin Cryer, and I am the principal of Lakewood High School. Today is the 65th annual commencement exercise here at Lakewood High School. I would like to thank all of you for attending the ceremony and helping us celebrate the graduating class of 2024. For the first time in Lakewood High School history, we are live streaming the graduation ceremony. It is on the Lakewood Local School District Facebook page, and it is currently available for viewing in the Performing Arts Center should you need to leave the gym today. Before we begin, I would like to acknowledge several people for their hard work and dedication in making this commencement ceremony happen today. Mr. Rodney Clark and Mr. Dennis Neal for setting up the gym, Mrs. Chris Wogan, Mrs. Penny Truex, Mrs. Debbie Bowman, our building secretaries, Mrs. Valerie Kiefer, Mr. Philip Sikorsky, our school counselors, Mrs. Valerie Kiefer and Mrs. Candace Hodenshield, our senior class advisors. I'd like to thank all of the employees of the Lakewood Local School District who are in attendance today, and I would also like to thank all of the Lakewood High School and Lakewood Local School District staff who are participating in the ceremony today. And finally, I'd like to recognize Mr. Richard Cooper, who is our assistant principal here at Lakewood High School. Would you all please stand and be recognized? Thank you. So to start things off in today's ceremony, please help me welcome Mrs. Lauren Dominic and the Lakewood High School Symphonic Band as they play How Firm Thy Friendship by James Swearingen. is my pleasure to introduce the superintendent of the Lakewood Local Schools, Dr. Mark Lykoff.
Thank you, Mr. Cryer. Good afternoon and welcome everyone to today's commencement, celebrating our Lakewood High School class of 2024. I'd just like to take a few moments to introduce members of our Lakewood Schools Board of Education that are here today. Our Board of Education President, Mr. John Lynch. Board of Education Vice President, Mr. Brandon Salyer. Board of Education member, Mr. Dave Lohr. Board of Education member, Mrs. Kelly Rayburn. And Board of Education member, Mr. Jeremy Weekly. And with us today are members of our Lakewood Central Office staff. Treasurer, Mrs. Glenna Plaisted. Director of Teaching and Learning, Mrs. Patty Pickering. And Director of Special Programs, Mrs. Belinda Holman. I first want to extend congratulations to this class of 2024 on your graduation from Lakewood High School today. This is a day that you're going to remember for the rest of your lives. A special welcome and congratulations to the parents and families of our graduating class. You should be proud of your son or daughter's accomplishment today. And I also want to acknowledge our dedicated Lakewood teachers and staff. Thank you for your dedicated service to these young people, and I am sure that you are proud of these graduates as well. So recently, my good friend, Sir Reads-A-Lot, recommended a book to me, Saved, A War Reporter's Mission to Make It Home by Benjamin Hall. This book tells a riveting story of Benjamin Hall, a war correspondent for Fox News. Mr. Hall was in Ukraine in 2022, reporting on the war with Russia. He, his cameraman, and a few other correspondents were traveling to Kyiv when their car was attacked. The bombing of his car threw him from the car, injured him severely, while unfortunately taking the lives of the others in the vehicle. The dramatic story chronicles his rescue and journey from that Kyiv street all the way to his reunification with his wife and 3 small children in London, England. From the car bombing, Benjamin lost both feet, the use of one of his hands, and had severe lacerations to his face and body. His journey from that street all the way home to London with his wife and 3 girls was aided by many people, many of whom never knew Benjamin Hall before. This book's a great read, but I believe it offers 3 great lessons for our graduates today. First, follow your passions. Find that thing that you're passionate about and pursue it with vigor. As Benjamin Hall's passion was reporting on wars, I know this class of 2024 has passions as well. They include to be a pilot, to join the military, to join the electricians union, or to go to medical school, and so many more. I want you to follow those with unrelenting pursuit. Do not let others dissuade you if that's what you want to do. The second message of this book is the power of perseverance in times of crisis. There were times in Benjamin's recovery that it would have been easy to quit or to give up. His pursuit to see his wife and family once again pushed him to a place he would not be denied. I've seen this senior class do the same. Whether it was rising to the challenge of a difficult AP exam or performing well in challenging athletic contests. But each and every one of you in this graduating class have shown your own level of perseverance. Recall just 4 years ago how your high school experience began in the middle of a global pandemic. You outlasted COVID, half-size classes, and one-way hallways to be here today, to be a proud graduate of Lakewood High and ready for the next challenge in your life. Well done by all of you. The third lesson is to be a person of good in someone else's life, whether you know them or not. As I noted earlier, Benjamin Hall was aided by men and women he never knew. Included was an unknown person who picked his body off the street in Kyiv and provided him initial first aid. Benjamin received help from a mercenary named Sea Spray, who coordinated a trip from Ukraine to Poland and then an airlift to Germany. And the countless doctors and nurses in the United States who fitted him for prosthetic limbs and retaught him how to walk and move again. Be that positive influence for someone else. But you, this class of 2024 in Lakewood, has a good start on this lesson. The service you've performed as a class, whether through National Honor Society, Student Council, or other clubs, is admirable. When you collected food for the Licking County Food Pantry, you provided a proper meal for nameless people who were in need. When you collected clothing for a women's shelter, you helped young women you never met with essentials to enjoy a dignified life. Leave Lakewood High School and be the good in someone else's life. And so keep those three lessons with you as you graduate today and pursue the next challenges in your life. You have learned so much in your Lakewood career, but you've also made good friends and had positive experiences that have prepared you for success. We are all immensely proud of you. Congratulations, graduates. Go out and make us proud, because now it is your time. But, as my good friend Sir Reedslot likes to say, it's always Lancer time. Thank you, and have a special day. I now have the privilege to introduce some of our special graduates from this Lakewood High School class of 2024. At this time, I'd like to introduce class of 2024 valedictorian, Jacob Rafferty.
Good afternoon. I would like to start off today by asking everyone sitting here today a question. How do you define yourself? For many of us graduating today, we define ourselves based on the experiences we've had throughout high school, by how high our GPA was, by our athletic performances, by the ranking of the colleges we're attending. While these labels help us to measure our accomplishments and help shape who we are, they don't truly define us. We constantly get caught up with these labels, and we let them restrict us from becoming the people we want to be. The thought of, if I'm not the best, then I'm not good enough, runs through our heads in every decision we make. Even sitting here giving this speech, I worry about how my valedictorian speech will compare to others. I wonder whether or not it'll be good enough, or if I'll be judged for not making enough of an impact. So many of us spend our lives in the past, constantly comparing ourselves with others. These labels and descriptions of what we have accomplished seem so important in defining who we are, and more importantly, what we will do. About a year ago, I realized just how damaging it is to let the past define you. Around this time, I lost my mother, Candy Rafferty, and I realized just how heartbreaking it is to stay stuck on past mistakes instead of enjoying the present moment. I realized that letting the past define you causes you to miss out on all the valuable moments in life. It prevents you from growing as a person. All of us here have experienced challenges in our lives. For this graduating class, we've experienced our own individual challenges. We've adapted to a pandemic. We've lost a fellow cherished classmate. We have all experienced difficulties throughout these last 4 years of high school. We all easily could have used these events as an excuse not to not participate in extracurriculars, to not study for that one final, to not graduate. Instead, sitting in front of me here today is a graduating class that, despite the challenges, did not let the past define them, and that has accomplished so much. While I can't fully answer my original question of how do you define yourself in these 3 short minutes, I would like everybody here, students and guests alike, to leave here today with one lesson. Don't let your past define you. Instead, focus on what you can accomplish and how you can use those accomplishments to make the world a better place. Thank you, and congratulations to the Lakewood graduating class of 2024.
And now I would like to introduce the class of 2024 salutatorian, William Kohut. Wow, there are a lot of you guys. Good afternoon, Lakewood High School. Students, parents, esteemed faculty, and everyone who's made the journey here today. I'm both honored and excited to welcome you to our graduation ceremony. Just a few days ago, I was tasked with the very challenge of speaking to you about the present. I took this task very seriously. I decided to prepare with the same intensity many of you have devoted to an important assignment. So, late last night, I began. Today, as I stand before you, it's impossible to speak of the present without reflecting on the past that has shaped us. I mean, it feels a bit surreal, doesn't it? Look at us, all dressed up, caps and gowns, looking like we have it all figured out. But let's be honest, half of us can't even decide what to eat for lunch without changing our mind a couple of times. As I look into the audience in this present moment, I see students, not only that, but my friends and my classmates. Some of you are artists who have brought our hallways and the stage to life with your creativity. Others are athletes who gave us something to cheer for. Some of you are musicians who have filled our lives with beautiful melodies. We've all played a part in making these years unforgettable. Our time at Lakewood has been filled with memorable episodes, from exhilarating state tournaments to show-stopping musical performances, and yes, even those mischievous yet brilliant plots we thought we could sneak past our teachers. We've spent the last few years really getting to know each other. I mean, I remember those early days in Miss Lapp's English class, scrambling to finish papers that we swore we started a week ago, though we all know it was more like last night. And Mr. Englert's math class, where some of us found out that, well, numbers really aren't our thing. We've also lived through some extraordinary times together, from remote learning during the COVID-19 pandemic to coming back and realizing we really do miss this place. Yes, even on Monday mornings. In these halls, we've laughed, we've cried, and we've grown. From the uncertain days of choosing which sport to stick to, we now stand on the brink of deciding which path to take into our futures. Every challenge we have faced together. And that's something truly special. And who could forget senioritis? I mean, the struggle was real for some of us, but so was our determination to make it to this stage. Today I see not just classmates, but a group of wonderful individuals, each ready to embark on their own exciting journeys. But also, in this present moment, I also see the faces of our dedicated teachers. We might have given them a few gray hairs, but I hope they know each strand was earned in the noble pursuit of education. Our teachers have been with us every step of the way. They patiently guided us through every missed assignment and every eye roll. Their dedication to dragging knowledge into our brains, whether we were willing to or not, has not gone unnoticed. They will always remember us, not just for our achievements, but for the moments we have shared together, the good, the bad, and of course, the hilarious.
Thanks for pushing us and for believing in us even when we didn't. We needed that more than we let on. You prepared us for what comes next, and for that, we are forever grateful. And finally, in this present moment, I see the joyful expressions of those closest to us: moms, dads, aunts, uncles, brothers, sisters, grandparents, and many more. They have been there on our best days and on our grumpiest days. To all the dads who became impromptu coaches and the moms who became part-time taxi drivers, yet full-time cheerleaders. Thank you for believing in us even when we didn't believe in ourselves. I reminisce about all the sleepless nights our parents endured, the sporting events they cheered us on at, and the countless other ways they've supported us. It makes me truly happy to see them here today, happy and healthy. Can we give them a big round of applause? Thank you. And of course, I want to give a special thanks to my own mom, who taught me to dream and believe that the impossible could be possible. And my father, who sadly is not with us, yet with us in spirit, whose love and guidance has been my rock. They've shown me what it means to live with authenticity, unwavering care, compassion, and love. They have been my cheerleaders now and always. So what's next? For some of you, college. For others, different adventures. But no matter where we go, we're taking a piece of today with us. These friendships, these memories, they're part of who we are now. As we sit side by side for the last time, looking around at familiar faces, listening to the tapping of feet, the occasional cough, and seeing the smiling faces of our friends, this is life. This is the present. We've learned that life is best lived in the moment. Please, breathe it in, live in the now, seize the moment, and make the most of every opportunity. As we step into the future, let's keep making the impossible possible. Cherish every moment, because the efforts you put in are the results you'll get out. And trust me, we're going to make our parents even prouder. Because, if we can handle Miss Howdenshield's chemistry exams, we can handle pretty much anything. As Maya Angelou once said, life is not measured by the number of breaths you take, but by the number of moments that take your breath away. To all my classmates, may you always carry a piece of Lakewood in your hearts and cherish those breathtaking moments. Big and small, that makes life truly extraordinary. Congratulations, class of 2024, and remember, it's always Lancer time. Thank you.
Please help me welcome to the podium Lakewood High School Assistant Principal, Mr. Richard Cooper, to publicly celebrate some of the achievements of the class of 2024.
Thank you very much. Good afternoon. It is my pleasure to announce some of the accomplishments that the class of 2024 have achieved throughout the years here at Lakewood. Students, as I call out the award, if you have received that, please stand to be recognized. Today, if you are receiving an honors diploma today, please stand. If you are receiving a technical honors diploma today, please stand. If you have received the Presidential Award for Educational Achievement, either gold or silver, please stand. If you have attended Lakewood Local School District for all 13 years of your schooling, please stand. If you are a member of the National Honor Society, please stand. If you are a member of the National Technical Honor Society, please stand. If you have completed an honors class, a College Credit Plus class, or an Advanced Placement AP class during your time at Lakewood High School, please stand. If you have received a certificate of completion from CTEC, please stand. If you have earned an industry-recognized credential while attending either CTEC or Lakewood High School, please stand. Would Abigail Butler please stand at this time? Abby is the outstanding Lakewood student at CTEC. She was also selected as the outstanding student in her field of study, medical assisting. Would Brady Vantu please stand? Brady was selected as the outstanding student in the construction technology program at CTEC. Congratulations. If you have earned your Ohio Means Job Readiness seal while attending Lakewood, please stand. And if you have received a scholarship to further your education after high school, please stand. To this date, the class of 2024 has earned in excess of $1.6 million in scholarship money, and more scholarships are coming in daily. We will get those announced as soon as we know what they are. Congratulations. If you received an award or recognition of any kind at the Senior Awards Assembly, please stand. If you won an LCL title during your time at Lakewood, please stand. If you completed the OHSAA state tournament this year, please stand. If you won a championship of any type while at Lakewood, please stand. If you are participating in the Ohio High School Regional Track Meet, please stand. If you participated in a drama production at Lakewood High School, please stand. And if you have been a member of the Lancer Band, please stand. And if you have committed to serve or are planning to serve in our country's United States military, please stand. This time, I would also like to recognize all those who are present who have served in our military or are currently serving in the military. If you would, please stand. Thank you for your service. If you are leaving Lakewood High School and joining the ranks of our nation's first responders, either the police, firefighters, emergency medical responders, etc., please stand. And we would also like to recognize any of our current first responders that we have in the audience today. If you are currently a first responder, please stand. Congratulations, class of 2024. You have some outstanding accomplishments that to be proud of. Congratulations.
Please help me welcome to the stage Miss Martha Fickle and the Lakewood High School a cappella choir as they sing For Good, arranged by Kirby Shaw. Today you will notice a chair in the ranks of the class of 2024 that has a draped gown, a cap, and a rose on it. On November 5th, 2022, Lakewood High School lost an amazing student and young man, Gavin Daniel Smith. This chair is where Gavin would have sat today. You will also notice that the class rows today are a shade of purple. The class of 2024 chose this flower as a way to honor Gavin because purple was one of his favorite colors. Gavin was an honor student who was a leader in the Lancer Band, and he ran the soundboard for countless Lakewood drama productions and events. Gavin gave back to his community. He used his work as a member of the Boy Scouts of America and his membership in the Heath Church of Christ to make a positive impact on the people of Licking County. While his time with us was short, Gavin's impact on all of us was enormous. Gavin is with us today to help us celebrate the accomplishments of his classmates. I have no doubt that he has been with the Lancer Band at every performance and in the booth for every drama production since he left us. Lakewood High School is a better place because we had the opportunity to be with Gavin, even if it was for such a short period of time. Gavin's parents, Sharon and Brent, and his family, who have been a constant source of love and support for our students, are with us today. So let's please give them a warm welcome to them and express our appreciation and support for them, as well as our love for Gavin. Thank you. Seniors, on your first day of school 4 years ago, you sat in the Performing Arts Center as freshmen, and we talked about what you needed to do to graduate. We talked about earning credits, earning graduation seals, showing competency. We talked about all of the opportunities you would have as a student here at Lakewood High School. We also talked about how I hoped that you would take advantage of as many of them as you possibly could. We talked about how the years would fly by. And when I said, you'll be graduating sooner than you know it, most of you looked at me like I was crazy. But here we are. You were freshmen when we were trying to return to school after COVID-19. You came to school on some days. You stayed at home and did remote work on other days. Well, at least you were supposed to do the remote work. You did end up doing all of the things that high school students do. You went to class. Most of you did your homework. You took state graduation tests, and you found your pathway to graduation. Along the way, you went to dances, you slept in on snow days, you participated in drama productions, and you went to band camp. You worked out in the off season, you joined sports teams, and you competed representing Lakewood High School. You supported each other during your time here. by going to games, concerts, and plays, and just being a friend. You celebrated together, and you grieved together. Every day was a different challenge. Together, we celebrated on some days, and we faced adversity on others. But in the end, you got it done. And for that, we applaud and congratulate you. It's your turn to get out there and make a difference, to find your passion and pursue it. It's time to write the next chapter in your life. Along the way, you're going to experience failure. That's part of life. You have to fight to overcome it. I tell seniors every year that nothing worth having is easy to accomplish. Success comes to those who persevere, face adversity, and keep their drive and determination alive to achieve their goals. Today is the first best day of your life. There are so many more to come. We are proud of you for what you have accomplished, and we are excited about what you will achieve in the future. The Lancer family is stronger because you're part of it. Thank you. God bless you. Stay strong, and go Lancers. I would like to introduce Mr. John Lynch, who is the president of the Lakewood Local School District's Board of Education. Mr. Lynch, it is my pleasure to inform you that the class of 2024 has completed all of the local and state requirements for graduation from high school. It is with great pride that I present the class of 2024 to you.
I ran into 12 of the angry jurors in the auxiliary gym, and they seemed a lot less angry today. To the class of 2024, 65 of you have listened to me speak for the last 13 years, and many more since that time. My gift to all of you is that I will be brief. Having been born in the 70s and growing up in the 80s, I was reminded of the words of the band Air Supply. Probably you've never heard of them. And I know the night is fading, and I know the time's going to fly, and I'm never going to tell you everything I got to tell you, but I know I've got to give it a try. And in that spirit, I wanted to share the following that has been shared with me over the years. Manage your credit and your character. Both are important, and you will need them both as you go through life. Resolve. Many of you have faced personal challenges in your young lives. Your ability to display resolve brought you through those times, brought you here today, and will see you through tomorrow when those tough times return. If you don't believe me, remember the pandemic and consider that the softball team suffered their toughest loss off the field. The best career advice I ever received was to find something that no one else wants to do and become great at it. To this day, that advice has served me very well. Look for opportunities where you can, make the most of them, and find a career, not just a job. Someone once said that the purpose of life is purpose, and I hope you find your purpose in family, a career, and in helping others. Again, if you don't believe me, think of another classmate, a bandmate, his kindness, generosity, and sense of humor gone far too soon. He lived his purpose for 16 years. And finally, wherever you go and whatever you do, find value in education. Listen to the people around you, but be open to new ideas. I have a degree from The Ohio State University, but it won't help me rebuild an engine or wire a house. Education of any kind gives you options. The world needs education in all forms. Be well-rounded and think about it. You've already learned about air supply. So as you leave here today, the football player, the basketball players, especially my 5th grade team, the track star, the district champion, the state runner-up, the drum major, a band member, a 2-time district spelling bee champion, an academic, one of those 12 angry jurors that I spoke about earlier, or a kid just trying to get through, or a host of other titles and accomplishments, as you go on to serve our country, find a career, become a bobcat, a bearcat, a buckeye, or even a bulldog. Know that these are the moments that will turn into memories, but you will always be a Lancer. Having said all of this, Mr. Cryer, on behalf of the Lakewood Local School Board of Education, it is one of the greatest honors of my life to proudly accept the graduating class of 2024. Thank you and congratulations.
So now for the reason that we are all here, presentation of the diplomas. Yes, sir. Thank you. All right, class of 24, let's see if we can get this right today. All right. Jacob Edward Rafferty. William Brian Kohut. Henry Lynn Hostetter. Rachel Ann Lowe. Elizabeth Dawn Sparks. Dustin Hunter Leroy Carroll. Luke Edward Monroe. Kyle Richard Fry. Nathan Stephen Gall. Dominic Robert Allen Lennox. Mason Robert Sprankle. Danielle Leanne Stewart. Ellie Adair Conaway. Jessica Herrera. I'm sorry. Caitlin Taylor Crew. Jessica Carla Herrera. Colin Riley Hall. Andrew Scott Hill. Keegan Lee Jacks. Caden McFarland King. Caden Christopher McDonald. William David Daniel Morero. Elena Dawn Monroe. Brendan Tony Thorpe. Tori Grace Isham. Zachary Andrew McNally. Allie Nicole Perry. Nevaeh Marie Wall. Dylan Michael Sims. Lorenzo Ambrose Carpico. Daisy Elizabeth Miller II. Tyler Michael Crispin. Reagan Louise Carpenter. Cambry Hannah Booth. Abigail Grace Hanson. Jathan Nicholas Holman. Austin Eugene Moss. Spencer Miles Stewart. Mackenzie Page Swisher. Allie Marie Dorns. Caleb Zane Busey. Jackson Ryan Lee. Rebecca Noel Streets. Peyton Michael Titchner. Addison Shea Wimmer. Christopher James Renard. Haley Grace Altman. Gavin Richard Carl. Silas Thomas Stout. Tatum Lee Ankrum. Addison Marie Greb. Grace Marie Sturgill. Kathleen Annabelle Weaver. Maverick Xavier Barnes. Basil Ryan Casto. Chuck Chin. Audrey Lee Harris. Ryan Mitchell Koski. Heaven Lee Shaw. Audrey Elizabeth Taylor. Amira Vonna Barker. Olivia Ann Brown. Abigail Marie Butler. Braden Matthew Castle. Aaliyah Lori Marie Lennox. Alexis Nicole Spurrier. Giacomo Sanciolo Oswald. Alexis Lane French. Maxwell Aaron Kirkenberg. Ty David Williamson. Keaton Adam Craddock. Carter Davis Flowers. Thomas Benjamin Jones. Aiden Charles Lee. Addison Marie Link. Madeline Marie Montenay. Isabel Nicole Rustler. Tyler Keith Smith. Avery Lee Thompson. Madison Mackenzie McPeak. Kaylee Marie Blankenship. Xander Leo Engel. Michael Lawrence Coggle. Adam Victor Crawford. Allie K. Miller. Isaiah Grant Mitchell. Jordan Tyler Cox. Macy Lane Bender. Faith Ashley Brink. Dylan Scott Eckerd. Keisha Patel. Savannah Ray Swear. Lana Neve Foresta. Claire Shannon Conaway. Matthew Stephen Evans. Lucas Teague Gotchel. Holden Michael Jones. Jeremiah James Loudermilk. Gavin David Smith. Skylar Zane Matheny. David Ryan Kerr. Aaliyah Helen Smitley. Jesse James Stouffer. Prajal Betrai. Austin Gregory Jenkins. Samuel Herman Torgerson. Colin Scott Watson. Kylie Page Stack. Kinsey Addison Lynch. Randall Scott Adkins. Ashlyn Ray Bean. Haley Ryan Yates. Colin J. Campbell. Rachel Elizabeth Christ. Jonathan Clifford Curtis. Landon Paul Edward Fulton. Aiden Keller Godwin. Dalton Michael Hawkins. Jonah Elias Hunt. Nathaniel Robert Lee. Cole Michael Moran. Vanessa Marie Moreland. Charlie Hope Paler. Luke Allen Pierce. Victoria Isabel Pletcher. Skylar Michaela Reedy. Macy Bryn Rizzo. Zachary Jeremiah Stiltner. Madeline Brooke Tittle. Brady Ryan Vantu. Brandon Nicholas Webb. For our closing remarks for this afternoon, please help me in welcoming the president of the Lakewood High School National Honor Society, Ms. Rachel Lowe, to address the class of 24.
Members of the school board, Dr. Gladclough, faculty, staff, families, and guests, and of course, my fellow graduates. I would like to thank all of the people in this room for helping us reach this momentous point in our lives. Today marks the beginning of our future as adults, and we wouldn't be here without your continued support. When we think of the future, we think of our goals and what we wish to accomplish. But what about the journey we take before getting to those goals? We begin to question what our lives outside of high school look like. Do I start working now? Could I travel and see the world? Should I go on to a higher education? When you're asking yourself these questions, you may go to someone else for advice. Maybe it's the people sitting here as your guests today, your friends, a teacher, or maybe even Google. No matter who you go to them for guidance because we don't want to make the wrong choice. None of us want to disappoint the people we care about, or even the people we don't care about. We have it ingrained into our brains that we have to be the best at anything we do. Throughout our education, we are focused on our grades, what classes we must complete, how to raise our GPAs, and what extracurricular activities we should join to make us stand out. We chose to sacrifice our time and energy to try to do our best. We did this because in all of our minds, we are scared of failing. None of us want to disappoint ourselves or those around us. The most realistic piece of advice I'm going to tell you today is that you will, in fact, fail, at least once in your life. You will be late to an appointment. You will forget a college assignment. You will push snooze on your alarm one too many times. And you will try your hardest, but not do as good as you hoped. High school prepared us for the next steps we must take. Completing high school reminds me that we can succeed. We did. You will succeed. But I will tell you that to succeed, you must fail. Know that you will fail, and because of that, you should stop thinking of what others want you to do. Take that time off. Go on that trip. Continue to educate yourselves. And know that you are doing the right thing. The one thing about the future is that it's your futures, not your friends, your families, anyone else in this room, or even anyone else in the world. Failure is part of the path to succeeding. So do what you want to do. If it turns out to be a poor decision, then now you know for the future. We will fail, we will pick ourselves up, and we'll go from there. But whatever you do in life, let it be something positive. Positive to you, someone else, or for something you believe in. Just don't let your efforts go to waste. Keep trying, and one day you will succeed in what is important to you. I would like to end my speech with a quote from the past to help you into the future. You don't have to be the bad guy. You are the most talented, most interesting, and most extraordinary person in the universe. And you are capable of amazing things because you are the special. And so am I. And so is everyone. It's about all of us. Right now, it's about you. And you, still, can change everything. The Lego Movie. With this quote in mind, go on to do great things. Whether you fail or succeed, whether you make others happy or sad, make sure it is the right thing to do. I believe in you. We all do. Thank you.
I would like to bring to the stage the president of the class of 24, Mr. William Kohut, for the turning of the tassels.
Class of 2024, please stand. Are you guys ready? Yeah! Turn your tassels from the right to the left. You are officially graduated. Congrats, class of 2024.
Would the a cappella choir please come to the stage for the singing of the alma mater? Would the audience please stand? While our choir members return to their seats, I would ask at the end of the ceremony if the folks in the stands would remain in the stands until our graduates have left the gymnasium. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my honor to present to you the Lakewood High School class of 2024. Thank you very much for attending today's ceremony. Again, please remain in your seats until the graduates have left the gymnasium. This concludes the 65th annual commencement at Lakewood High School.